Hey everybody, I'm Star.
And I'm Darris.
And this is Snack Vent, coming to you live from our Clintonville studio, which is actually our guest room, which is actually a combination of a gym and a bedroom. But anyhow, join us as we count down your favorite snacks from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Let's get snacking.
Hey everybody, it is Friday, December 6th, and we are back with a TGIF episode of Snack Vent. I'm Star.
I'm Darris.
And we are thrilled that you've joined us as we kind of close out the first week of Snack Vent. I mean, technically tomorrow. It'll be the first week when the post-it comes off. But hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Big question, Darris.
No, still no Wham last
No
Christmas.
Whammy? Okay, yeah.
Not heard it. I thought today I got my hair cut. I got all of them cut.
Yeah.
And I thought that maybe a Christmas song would pop up, but nope.
Okay, so you are in the clear. I too, I was terrified. I had to run some errands, as you know, for some holiday baking, and you know, I thought being in a Michael's and a Target and also a grocery, picking up the stuff for dinner, I thought 3 stores, but somehow we have continued to dodge. Yes, so we are still in Whamageddon. And with that, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and reveal our snack of the day.
Okie doke, here we go. Ooh, it's a double.
A double?
Lay's versus Ruffles.
Lay's versus Ruffles.
Golly, I don't know if I've ever actually, we've done other chips, but I don't know if we've ever done regular standard potato chips. Interesting.
Yeah, so folks, we're going to give you a little peek behind the curtain, a little behind the scenes thing. We split up the snacks and we did a random draw, kind of deciding who was going to have what snacks and what day they would be on. So some days I already know the snack in advance and some days he knows the snack in advance. But the other days, the person who's not reporting doesn't know the snack. So I knew that today was going to be a showdown between Lay's and Ruffles. But did you know that these chips are totally in bed together?
No.
I was kind of disappointed. Like, I always thought that Lay's and Ruffles were kind of like a Pepsi and Coke sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's interesting that I say that, but we'll leave that for later. So, I'm great on the history of granola because, as many of you know, I'm typically more of a fruit and vegetable person, and that leans more in my arena. I took a note from you. And I brought notes.
Nice.
Because I don't know as much about, I didn't know as much about potato chips as I do now. So I am going to put on my own reporter's glasses, which are technically readers because I'm getting old, but here we go. So you have Lay's potato chips, your classic yellow bag that we all know and love. You are not going to see the Ruffles bag because have you ever opened a bag of chips and the bag kind of rips and the whole, well, you already know this part. So we had Ruffles all over the kitchen floor, and now we have a small selection of Ruffles in a bowl.
Bowl of Ruffles.
We have a bowl of Ruffles. But so Lay's are your classic yellow bag, and they originate with a salesman named Herman Lay. No big surprises there. Who opened a snack food operation in Nashville in 1932.
Okay.
6 years later, Herman Lay purchases a potato manufacturer in Atlanta and renames the entire merged operation the H.W. Lay Lingo and Company. Do you know what he does then? You're going to love this so much.
I don't even know where he's going. Yeah.
He drives around the country selling Lay's potato chips out of the trunk of his car.
Love him. Loved it. I'll tell you right now. There should be a movie. Truck? No, there should be a movie about this guy. 1932, driving around the country. 1938, driving around a 1938 Ford across the country selling potato chips from the back of it. Wow, what a fun story.
So I thought what you were going to love is for a long time you've talked about getting a cheese truck and just driving around.
Actually, I was
selling
thinking
cheese to
about my
people.
other idea that I had come up with called water weenies. I was going to sell hot dogs from a pontoon boat.
No.
Well.
No. So
Anyway, I digress.
I continue telling you about this man driving around the country selling his light and crispy chips from his car.
I love this.
Let's go ahead and have one. These are beautiful, beautiful Lays, by the way.
Beautiful examples, Mr. Herman.
Herman Lay.
Herman.
So just light, crispy.
They are.
They're
Delicious.
They are so delicious. Oh my goodness.
Those are, as this bag says, classic. They are just light
potato chip.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job,
Now,
Mr. Lay.
We left off before we started eating in 1938. 1961.
Okay.
The Frito Company, owned by another guy that we're going to talk about in another episode because there's obviously another snack that we're going to be doing. But in 1961, the Frito Company merges with Lay's, forming what everybody knows as Frito-Lay. And Lay's continue to be known here in the U.S. as just Lay's. In many countries, they're known as Frito-Lay.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
In the UK, they're known as Walkers.
Ooh, there you go. Another scam. Because when I buy chips from UK and they're called Walkers, I think I'm getting some kind of special thing.
But I checked this. It is not the Walkers that does Walker's shortbread. That's a Scottish company. Because I thought, oh my gosh, if Walker's shortbread is also Frito-Lay.
The English language is just amazing.
Yes. So we got Frito-Lay now. But wait, there's more. 1961, Frito-Lay merges together. 1965, Frito-Lay merges with Pepsi-Cola Company.
Whoa.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it is.
Pepsi-Cola Company becomes PepsiCo. They are merged with Frito-Lay, and America's path to an obesity crisis is firmly established.
We're number one.
We're number one.
USA.
And over time, since then, as you all know, Frito-Lay or Lay's has had a number of varieties. They have had the Wow chips, which we've discussed, the Olestra. They've done kettle cooked. They've had Lay's Stacks, which is their answer to Pringles, and in a plastic can. Boo for plastic. In a plastic can. And also, we cannot forget the Baked Lay, which, while it tastes like cardboard, does make you feel better.
I like baked Lays.
But there's no.
I actually like the barbecued baked Lays because I think they have a really good barbecue taste. It's lighter than a regular barbecue chip.
I eat them and like they still don't give me the satisfaction of a potato chip.
I think they're actually called a crisp.
Okay, so now I love this. I'm pulling this directly from Wikipedia, but I couldn't say it any more beautifully. As with most snack foods, the Lay's brand contains very few vitamins and minerals of any variety. At 10% of the daily requirement per serving, vitamin C is the highest. Salt content is particularly high, with a serving containing as much as 380 milligrams of sodium. Now, as athletes, and me being an athlete with low blood pressure, we can afford that kind of sodium, but
if I eat 10 servings, I'd have my nutritional value for the day. Of something, you're right. So it's an excuse. Moving to our other competitor now. Ruffles have ridges.
As we all know. They're described on their own website as thicker, sturdier potato chips with ridges and a classic salted flavor. So let's have a taste and see if these are thicker, sturdier. Obviously, they're wavy.
They're thicker and sturdier. I think the Lay's salt is more.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
They're still delicious. I wouldn't turn my nose down at a Ruffle.
I actually like Ruffles. I like ruffled potato chips of all brands. I just like the hearty. See, that's why I'm a kettle cook fan. I love the hearty crunch of a chip. So
Now,
Ruffles do more for me than Lay's.
Now, I know that salt is salt, but it tastes oddly similar to me.
Okay.
So the history here.
Mm-hmm.
Ruffles, you may. A ruffle
A
or a
ruffle.
Lay's?
I like this one. It's folded over.
So
Extra crunch.
So Ruffles were trademarked by their creator, Bernhard Stammer, in 1948. So they came a little after Herman Lay. Trademarked in 1948, that is 10 years before the rights were acquired by Frito-Lay. Which is why Ruffles are actually known in some countries as Lay's Max, with 2 X's, which unfortunately all I can think of is Brandy Max from Parks and Rec. And they're known as Walker's Max in the UK, which is kind of what you're doing next week, Walker's Max.
Yeah.
Walking the 100-miler. So at this point, closing out the notes part of this discussion, the Pepsi Frito-Lay Ruffles conglomerate controls 59% of the snack food market in the US and has undoubtedly fueled many an ultra runner on their journey.
Fueled a lot of life experiences.
So I have to say, if forced to choose, I'm a Lay's girl.
It's funny because when we, last summer, if you recall from episode 37
These
of
are
Snack
delicious.
Time, when we went to the Conn's potato chip factory,
Yes.
this style of chip was really good, fresh off the line at Conn's.
Light.
This is good.
A warm potato chip, definitely better. Now, I grew up on Lay's.
Still
That's
delicious.
another thing. These are better for dip. Like if you're having a French onion dip, this will, you get more in the ridges. Final point I want to make about this, throwback, and something that still upsets me. So I really hope Frito-Lay hears this. Frito-Lay, back in the 1990s, you had a jalapeno cheddar chip. It was in a green bag, red bag. To this day, I dream about that jalapeno cheddar chip. I would get home from City Honors High School and I would sit up on the washing machine in the kitchen, long story, and I would eat so many jalapeno cheddar Lay's
And they
chips.
don't exist anymore, huh?
Well, they brought them back.
Okay.
But instead of being jalapeno cheddar, they are now cheddar jalapeno. You can't flip that ratio. The jalapeno to cheddar ratio was far, lost my word because I'm so
Superior.
passionate. Thank you. Far superior to the cheddar jalapeno.
Yeah.
So,
Once again,
while these
English
are,
language.
once again, these are delicious, but if anyone wants to hear my plea and make a girl's Christmas dream come true, jalapeno cheddar. I don't know. Did you learn anything new today?
I learned a lot. I'm
Yeah?
very. I wonder how many chips I could put in my trunk and drive around and sell them. That's.
I meant to give you knowledge, not to give you ideas.
Well, you gave me a lot of knowledge. I was very, very pleased with your reporting.
Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. So folks, tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a weekend edition, not a weekend update, but a weekend edition of Snack Time with Darris. Until then, if you want to keep getting your Snack Time content, click
Subscribe.
or find us at Snack Time with Darris. Bye.
Bye, everybody.